Welcome to this video on Zero Trust Architecture, a transformative approach to cybersecurity. In today's threat landscape, where breaches are increasingly sophisticated, traditional security models are no longer enough. Zero Trust is built on the idea that no user, inside or outside the network, should be trusted by default. Every interaction must be verified before access is granted. Let's dive into what Zero Trust is and how you can implement it effectively within your network. The core principle of Zero Trust is never trust, always verify. In traditional security models, users inside the network were often implicitly trusted. But in Zero Trust, every request for access, whether it's from inside the network or outside, is treated as suspicious until proven otherwise. Another key concept is micro-segmentation. Instead of having one broad network, Zero Trust divides your infrastructure into smaller secure zones. Each segment is isolated, and access is strictly controlled based on policies. This limits the potential damage of any breach by restricting attackers' lateral movement within the network. Now, let's look at how you can implement Zero Trust in your existing network. One of the first steps is setting up network micro-segmentation. You can use tools like VMware NSX or Azure's network security groups to create isolated zones for different parts of your network. For example, using VMware NSX, you can create security policies that define which workloads or applications are allowed to communicate with each other. By doing this, you limit unnecessary access and reduce the risk of widespread compromise. Next, enforce multi-factor authentication, MFA, at every access point. MFA adds an extra layer of security by requiring users to present 2 or more verification factors, such as a password plus a code from their phone. This is especially important for remote access and privileged accounts, where credential theft is a common attack vector. Here's a quick look at setting up MFA in Azure Active Directory. Navigate to Azure AD in the portal. Go to Security, Multi-Factor Authentication. Enable MFA for users or groups and customize the authentication methods. Monitor MFA sign-in logs to detect and respond to suspicious activity. Continuous monitoring is essential to a successful Zero Trust implementation. With tools like Security Information and Event Management, or SIEM, and User and Entity Behavior Analytics, or UEBA, you can detect unusual patterns and potential threats in real time. SIEM platforms aggregate data from multiple sources, like firewalls, servers, and applications, allowing you to correlate events and detect potential attacks. On the other hand, UEBA tools monitor normal user behavior and alert you when anomalies occur, such as unauthorized access or abnormal data transfers. To enhance your response, leverage automation. Automating certain actions, such as quarantining compromised systems or blocking malicious IP addresses, ensures that threats are addressed promptly without relying on manual intervention. Now let's look at a real-world example of Zero Trust implementation in the healthcare sector. In this case, a healthcare organization implemented Zero Trust to secure sensitive patient data while complying with strict regulations like HIPAA. The organization started by segmenting its network into smaller zones, separating clinical systems from administrative ones. Each segment had tailored access policies based on the roles and responsibilities of users. They also enforced multi-factor authentication, or MFA, for access to patient records and critical applications. Continuous monitoring tools were put in place to detect any unauthorized access attempts, and automated responses were configured to isolate suspicious activity before it could cause damage. The result, the healthcare organization significantly reduced its attack surface, minimized lateral movement of threats, and maintained full HIPAA compliance, all by embracing the Zero Trust model. Implementing Zero Trust is not a one-time project, but an evolving strategy. You need to revisit your policies regularly, adapt to new threats, and refine your security controls. To recap, Zero Trust operates on a never trust, always verify principle. Use microsegmentation to isolate and protect your network assets. Implement multi-factor authentication to strengthen access control at every point. Continuously monitor network behavior and automate security responses. Thank you for watching.